Story. Yeah, let's go this one. Speak to Victor. What's this Z do?
Heading back.
Oh, he's in here. Some kind of steeple of some sort, I assume.
Now, where is that wheel here?
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison. Anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town?
But what? I thought you would talk to me.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer... I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. That seems well within your expertise.
The way we do it's by cutting off power to the others. The ones who left.
Adelaide McDevitt's encampment. I can see why that trouble. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always. They rejected the order of society and lived beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice? Astute. But I am here, not in the deserter camp. So that's not a variable I can account for. Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater. Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical tech. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, my retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name... Thank you.
I feel like there's more we should talk about.
Please. A religious text deemed heretical by the OSI is an unsafe object at large. Though I understand, because I'm also a collector of books. Rare things in this column. Not to put too fine a point on it, but your choice of also, you lack the distinctive worker game. Pretty universal here. Except for Ms. Holcomb, who, for some reason, doesn't...
It's just... there's more to it all than numbers.
What? They who are not... The OSI teaches that the Grand Architect set a perfect system in motion at the beginning.
I don't really want to hear this. Let's go. Oh! Are these like the planets? Sun? Why does the sun always look like that? Okay, this is bullcrap. Why couldn't I get hair like that? Is my character's hair getting any longer? I guess it's kind of hard to tell. It'd be really hard to tell anyway. Now it figures it's on the other side of the wall. We fast travel anywhere. So I guess we go here first. Wait. Probably supposed to go there first, ain't we? I assume that's where the people are. Hope this is the right way.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble.
Can I get that? Ooh, 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 the gold.
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along. Armed strangers wandering into my camp for one. Some of my camp wandering out for another.
Alright, Cassidy from New Vegas. I'm just gonna try to bring up everything New Vegas related. I don't know why. It's just gonna happen. I don't know why, but...
You want to try standing outside in the heat, keeping your sights open for the next... No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago.
Oh, God.
I've crossed off my ship. I go looking for Zoe. I leave the camp under... Vex me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check... Well, enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows... She was lazy and thoughtless, but she's still one of our... It's not like Zoe to go on. Can't imagine where she's gone. Could do without... I'll tell... What is it?
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcome here. Any questions, dear? I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here. Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's... Oh dear, the garden belongs to... The soil around the secret recipe. A home for anyone who's ever... So it is an unpleasant story, dear. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind us. Reed Thompson. You here on behalf of that code? Let's hear it. Make amends. Like everything else there. Who would do such a thing? He's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip him out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odorous cannery. Seems... You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off... You know that's true, don't you, Miss Holcomb? Your father died of over...
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, you know, and he raised me all by...
Look what they did to this child.
I do want to shut the cannery down because it sounds like the whole corporation. But what else would they do, though?
Alright. That was, It's not much of a living. Every single person in that town is so... All anyone ever does is toil over a cannery. They give their lives for some heartless... Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's...
Something you need? You mean about the mission, dude? I know, but Vickers says the real machines have gunked up oil. The machine Vickers sees is one that ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. Fixing the universe? Yeah, huh?
Where do they use the power for here? Their town isn't really anything.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies. If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
Ah, screw it. We'll save it here and then we'll send it. What is that? Is that a chicken?
Where are we headed?
That never happened. See? Never happened. See that, Parvati? Never happened. I very curious what happens if I do this. The bone breaking sound, though. Ronnie's real close behind. How about that?
Mine's steam. You're liable to get scalded. Here they come! That's the one!
Nerd. Yes, slightly.
Look at that. If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to them? Something you need? Get ready! Lost.
Do I need to come up here? No, I didn't, because I came from over here. La-di-da-di-da. I guess, guys, we'll have to figure out what happens for each time, huh? I mean, you gotta think, though, a big company, though, they would find another way, though. So they're just working for a company that doesn't really exist there, right? Just some big corporation from somewhere else, I take it. Yeah, I'm probably wrong, but...
Once we do this, there's no going back.
Yeah, I think there is.
Excuse me, ma'am. Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do? I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once.
Alright.
Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year. Corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished. Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something. Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
Does it anyway. I was waiting for her to say something the whole time. They're gonna be mad. They're gonna try killing me or something, huh? Just wanna save it. They still have lights.
keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's down. Whoa. This-
Are you,
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't...
oh god,
I see... Well, what I meant... I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make... You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering?
those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in mechanical.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find an... No kidding! Really?
How about that?
Look at that! Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived them. In fact, I put aside...
I don't know how much longer we'll last without power.
Marauders can't see us in the dark. What?
So that was the other important person she was talking about.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake. This is all you're doing. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock. So you want my flock wasting their lives in that? Go, you tell... You offering to cross Reed off, huh? Kill Reed if you must. But my son worked in Lake. We had a store of medicine locked away. But Reed refused to treat it, so I buried. Tell Reed that... Tell him how I... The secret is human corpses. I've been grinding up... I have got it.
Cool. This didn't turn out so bad after all, has it?
I'm not in the lightest of... The matter's... I'm still...
This guy will do good there.
Any luck? I've been thinking about going back. It's... You know something? I think you're right. The town could use another engineer, and I'm on my way. I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little workbench and my very own toolbox. It's just... Adelaide hates Edgewater. We're the nearest she's got to... You know where to find her. What's up? Couple months. This camp's my home. I owe them my life.
What I do? I'm down to kill this guy. I don't like him. Oh, what is this, Parvati thing?
I think you did the rightest thing you could sending the power back to Edgewater. A lot of people would have suffered otherwise. He's just interested in fixing stuff. He always used to follow me around, asking me to explain what I was doing. Like a puppy, kinda.
Maybe he's the perfect man. Nah, that's a good one.
He never told me a word to that effect. And since he didn't, I didn't have to say nothing about feeling different. And if he wants to learn about engineering, we should help him get those data pads he wants. I'd like to...
Save the game, it's about to get a little spicy here, boys. Come on, Pavard. Yeah, about time he stepped up in here. Come on, Pavardi, dance. Yeah.
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them? Go ahead. Adelaide was our only flavor specialist. We are a Saltuna canning institution. Word up to me, friend. I'd stack our larders with Saltuna galore. No other brand of Saltuna adds as much vim or vigor to the body's hue. But, and this is something we must keep between the two of us, Saltuna is hard to come by, what with being a species indigenous to the seas of another world. Oh, we've scavenged together some organic material from the surrounding environment. Mostly organic, mostly local mushrooms. Some of which possess a texture akin to a well-boiled slab of Saltuna. The difference is... Go ahead. Can we not? That I cannot say. There was no moment when the plagues began. Disease always lurks on... But in the last 10 years, the plagues have become progressively worse. Corporate doesn't like us using the word should. I believe plague is a test. It is a test of our loyalty. Show up to work, put in your hours, where problems of the body come from problems. And where do you suggest we find this magical panacea? Can we pan for medicine in the stream? Medicine is a rare and precious commodity. If you demonstrate you have earned the right to be... If I had enough medicine to treat everyone who fell sick, I would, but I don't. Adelaide's son was barely competent. I treat him with our medical rations, and it looks like I'm playing favorites.
Yeah, it
Now,
don't
I
matter,
would pretend to understand the suffering Adelaide must have felt on account of losing her child, but she is not the only one to... I wish she had stayed with us. Adelaide... Go ahead. It is my job to keep 2 eyes on my town. I am the steward of this place. I'm trying to remember 25 years, 26. When you get to my age, the years just rush by. You stop counting. I remember looking out this window and seeing the veils spread out from horizon to horizon. Times change, people change, but the veil... This is a Spacer's Choice town. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. The company keeps us warm.
I think you
Loyalty's
should
got nothing to do with it.
go with someone else, though.
I wish you wouldn't say things. Yes, as a matter of fact. When I stand at my window and look out over my town, here's what I say. We are all part of the Spacer's Choice family. We are all doing.
Nah, they're not doing very well, but you know, you're not
Go
wrong
ahead.
about the hardworking thing.
That you are not one of us may work to your advantage. Adelaide and her folk loathe. I admit the fault was mine. I'm about as diplomatic as a bristling cane. Nature is ugly. Yes, we have lost good workers. Losing Adelaide was the hardest. She was our only. Spacer's Choice Saltuna is renowned across the system for its quality flavors and additives. We used to sell citrus-flavored salt. Ever since Adelaide left, we have been reduced to selling unflavored and... Go ahead. I admit... Yes, we have lost good workers. I admit... Yeah. I appreciate... Then we are at an impasse. Stewardship over this town has been entrusted to... I have... I have been holding this town together with both hands. You can't... I am a Spacer's Choice man. I don't believe... You are disparaging our parent company and it... We are a Spacer's Choice Salt... I don't understand. The soil... You'll excuse me for being skeptical. How exactly... Adelaide has been using dead bodies in her fertilizer? That's... What a remarkably efficient solution. You're right. I am being... If Adelaide's found a way to feed her... My life here is in. I have... A couple months ago, I might have put in for a... No such thing as an honorable. I don't know. I could see myself lasting a week. I do. Adel...
Good. Outfitter music, yeah. Phew. Yo, this whole thing turned out a lot better so far than I thought. I thought I'd have to kill that guy and whatnot, and hostiles. You kidding me? Alright, more. Beetle Man.
Look at that. The snake's come. I never thought I'd see the day that Reed Thompson abandoned his... Suppose it's time our flock made our way. You're vexing to me, you know? Injuring us with one hand, helping us with the other. Here. You're telling me you did all this just to put me in charge of Edgewater? Stranger, you... I might turn that old cannery into a garden. Got ourselves a whole cemetery bursting with... I need some time to gather my personals. Look. What happened? Sprat fell into a transformer again? I'm not... Didn't think she'd go back so long as Reed. If Adelaide's going...
I'm glad Adelaide's...
We should probably... what's this? Oh, power regulator. That's cool. They don't need it anymore. I never thought about that. Cool. Probably find this girl so she knows they went there. This water place. So it's journal page 12, so that's it then. No more Edgewater for me, no more cannery, no more jumpsuits and gloves. Yes, ma'ams. It would you liken others. I don't know why I'm writing this down for posterity's sake, because I've always hated the cannery and I don't think I'll ever have to look back at this journal many years hence and tell myself, oh wow, I hate the veil. Once it, oh wow, I did hate the veil once, didn't I? Just because I got sick, everybody gets sick. Well, okay, I got sick and I grabbed a little too much during my time. Is that really a crime? I gotta treat myself when I'm sick, don't I? Whatever happened to the personal responsibility in surviving but one's own bootstraps? Oh, but you misappropriate one box at a time and suddenly you're committing larceny. Cool. So she's a crackhead. Lovely. I don't know why I stole the poster. Good news, I'm alive, starting to feel a little better too. There's a group of deserters living out in the old botanical labs. They found a way to grow some food or something that passes for food anyway. Adelaide. I feel like Adelaide. I don't know, we're just gonna call her Adelaide. Boiled a pot of something green and leafy and told me to drink it twice a day for my symptoms. I suppose tastes atrocious, but I've been feeling better. It's nice to be away from the cannery. The labs have just enough power to run on ether waves, so I've been catching up on my serial dramas, Masked Marketeer. What would I do without you? Go crazy, most likely, crack up, murder all my neighbors, and run screaming around into the hills like some wild marauder. I don't know, that doesn't sound too bad. I could see myself leading a cadre of marauders, a band of bandits. Wait, that doesn't sound right. Band of bandits. What would we call ourselves? The Formidable 14, the 100 Hooligans, featuring Zoe Bandit Queen. I feel like there's only notes in here. Well, today's the day, Zoe. Today is the day you take your destiny into your own hands. I've been listening to Grace talk about the marauder threat, bands of wild, free-spirited bandits living in camps out in the hills, warming themselves by the light of barrel fires, probably mounted on the heads of their enemies as spikes, as a warning to folk like me, living a life of comfort and ease, free of any roles. I bet they could take the whole region if they were organized. I've been tucking away some of Adelaide's food, and I've got some spare cans of salt tuna. Should last me a couple weeks if I ration. Got some Adrenatime too. Everybody loves Adrenatime, even marauders, right? I got odds those marauders will let me throw in with them if I dangle a couple syringes of Adrenatime before their eyes. This is gonna be great. Look out. Terra 2 Bandit Queen. Zoe's origin story has just begun. I'm gonna have a whole gang of marauders at my back and call. Maybe I can even score some Rizzos. The reading.
see why Thomas can't just get the generator up and running. Something I can help you with? You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go low. Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. You sound like some type of corporate... Zoe was always obsessed with this serial. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. Can't say I recall Zoe ever
kind of like
acting
watching
strange.
The Arrow and
Well,
wanting to
except for her habit
become
of writing things down on scraps of paper.
a,
She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd.
oh. Mine went blank there.
Hey, I got time.
Vigilante.
I'll help. The other day, I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it.
He's floating. Can I just go up the mountain? Oh. Don't really want to fight them. Oh, the lag or screen tear once again. From my GPU dying from recording, I need a new GPU. Oh. Do we just straight up kill them? Is that worth? I don't know what that was about.
Wow, you put those marauders in the dirt quicker than the Masked Marketeer. Teach me your ways. What? You mean Adelaide's little congregation of nature-loving nobodies? You, on the other hand... no. I insinuated myself into their company, see? I may have bartered them a few boxes of a dream. I don't know. Oh, you mean around these guys? The Marauders wouldn't hurt me. They love me. I got kicked out of Edgewater. I'd heard... Why? Adelaide wants me back on... Yeah, I suppose you're right. I'll take my stuff.
It's wild. It looks like just bell peppers, but they're part of the yellow gang. But they're growing on a tree, like an apple tree.
Never liked Reed much. Can't... We didn't always get along, but Zoe joined up with a band of marauders. Zoe. The same Zoe who doesn't know a barrel from a trigger. Well, I've heard... You pretty much did my job for me. Let me know if I can...
Now what do I got to do?
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome.
Same can be said about me, but
Oh,
you know.
listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling. Oh, it's kind of you to say that. And you're right.
Be my
I wasn't
wife.
happy. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves from my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
You know something else G related? I kid. Or am I? Okay.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, ma'am. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
She's my favorite character, I think, so far.
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community. What can I do for you, Captain? Do you know how to install... Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic. Our engine room is located behind you.
Wait, do we go to a different place then with the ship? I kinda wanna help this guy find his book first. Let's find his book. Ow. Holy crap, you see that dude fly? Interesting. Candy. I just got the letter today. Corporate ordered me to relocate to Edgewater Cannery effective immediately. It's a shame. I was really looking forward to running my own gift shop at the community center, selling rare memorabilia. But scripture tells us that all things happen for a reason. Work for it fortifies the spirit and all. As for my book collection, I can't bear to part with it. Don't want those books moldering in some contraband locker, so I'll stash them all away in a cave over by the river. Cool. Let's go. Yeah, what's this do? Oh yeah, we can't. Oh, I got stuck there for a second. It's gonna be a bear. Where the silverbacks live. Dude, his books are gonna be soggy. Soggy books. No good. All the moisture. That's pretty bull crap. Away we go. Yeah, we can't get out of here yet.
Have your rations yet?
It's a fine new day in Edgewater. The cannery... I suppose this means the two of you were able to... The greater good can be take comfort in. From our own graveyard.
He spends all day digging graves, Vicar. Sir. Sometimes he's gotta sleep.
Yes, of course. I'd... once... The greater good. Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well, what the fuck is this? Is this... French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French! Ha! I was so high and mighty. Well, I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal... I became so desperate, I even... Please. As if my life should have no greater Nothing could be more excruciating than discussing the truth. You have a ship. Free spiritual counseling, someone to watch your back, not to mention a grown-up in the party.
I'm 28.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm pretty handy with a toss ball stick. Or any blunt instrument, really. I'm also a passable gun hand, if it comes to that. I can... Oh. Of course, I'm a vicar, but instead, I ended up the vicar in a prison due to ignorance and...
Yeah, I don't think I like him. What's over here? Man, we just gotta go to the ship. Right? Is that all the important stuff, really? Where do we have to go for these? I'd like to get all his volumes in his book. Seems pretty cool. Camera, don't look, Boone. Was it daytime, nighttime? Figures every room. There we go. Oh yeah, we gotta go up here, eh? That's not how we get out. How do we get out? That's how we get out. This is not how we get out. How did I get lost? What the heck? I guess we go out from up above. Very small brain. No, it's from down here somewhere. That explains a lot. Let's get that third book. Yeah. Hostiles again, man. Hopefully it's just outside there. No, it's inside. Figures. At least the plane's not that big. We've been in it like 4 times now. Or is this the 4th time? This is probably the 4th time. Snap! Oh, that's perfectly calculated. Oh, figures. Would be way down here. Way on down here. Figures wrong way. I really like the loading screen pictures in this game. It has all kinds of like, I don't know, like, I don't know, logos, stuff like that. Pretty cool. Is people ever moving to the other place?
I'm glad Adelaide's coming back to town with her. No kidding. Real? Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have 2 whole data pads. Be still my beating heart. Oh. Don't keep me in suspense. The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible! You really went exploring down there? That's a complete set. All 3 parts. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati. I swear, I'll do...
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found.
What do you give me? Dude, I like the hoses still. The hoses. I don't really know what he gave us. What's that? 35. I have a lot of energy ammo. So what's this like? No. Two perks. I really wanted to get. That. Sprint speed though. 30 of them, huh? Why not max the dialogue out all the way? Body. Yeah, she's been carrying stuff herself. Oh, I can give her perks based on 3rd generation. That's pretty cool. Alright, good old Lauren and Pravani combo. Doing good, doing good. Shit. I've been playing this game 3 hours. Probably almost 4 at this point, really. Alright, Ada.
What can I do for you, Captain? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
I think we did this place some good. A lot of good. I feel like there's a lot more we could have done, but
Received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Ah, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you. Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things... You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay. Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, you know. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so... Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch... Criminals, goodness no. Smuggling is a perfectly legitimate business venture. If misappropriating board property is a crime, well, plenty of ways to make money in Halcyon, you know. Not all are above board. Oh, above board, above the Halcyon board. Ah, well... In theory, I suppose you could land your ship in Cascadia. And, in theory, I suppose Cascadia is utterly seething with dangerous, highly aggressive creatures, more than capable. You'd have to be a lunatic to land in Cascadia, and I'm reasonably certain I tested your brain for incipient signs of insanity. Without a skip drive? Look, none of it... Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design. Cutting-edge technology. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The Shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits. First-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection. Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely. Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path, you can't sneak. Maintain your distance. Act... Ah, the beauty is they don't expect it. The shroud is the only one of its kind. We activate the disguise, walk... Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your nav. Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
Hey, where's oh, there
Let's
she
talk when you're
is.
free. Hey, Captain. I heard the Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junwei Tennyson? I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff. Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth... Did you want to talk about something?
Coming with me,
Remember
or
that you are not insured.